Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1. It's the bald and the beautiful. Everything from Nashville to Hollywood on My Country 96.1.
Let's start with Taylor Swift, her song Betty, rocketing up the streaming charts for country, and a lot of people calling it the sequel to her big song 15 from many years ago, Cande. Sounds like it, a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really, really good. The trailer for the DeMarcus Family reality show is out for Netflix if you'd like to check it out. You know, that's Jay DeMarcus, the bass player from Rascal Flatts. He's got a new reality show hitting Netflix.
Oh.
Mid-August, somewhere around there, 17th, 19th, somewhere in there. Major League Baseball has put out a new set of rules saying if players don't follow this, they could be suspended for the rest of the season, Cande.
Now, does that mean, excuse me, does that mean suspended without pay?
No, they would get paid. You know, there's the baseball.
Well, suspend away.
Listen, the baseball union is one of the strongest in the world. These players will get paid. And they have compliance officers now traveling with the teams, so they'll know. Some of the rules. Must wear face coverings everywhere in the ballpark, except if you're actually on the field playing. You don't have to. Players cannot meet in hotel rooms, and when they eat, it's got to be a big ballroom with enough spacing. When they ride buses, every other row must be empty. When they ride planes, they can only get...
So that means they're going to have a lot more buses, I would assume.
Well, yes, yeah, and there's only, with coaches and everything, there's probably about 50 guys to a team, so it might be the same amount of buses, 2 buses or so. But planes, when they're on airplanes, they can only get up to go to the bathroom. They cannot socialize on an airplane. If they want to leave their hotel, they must tell the compliance officer where, and they will decide if it's safe and maybe send somebody with them, Cande. So... lot of rules now for the ball players. They want to finish this baseball season. We'll see what happens. By the way, the Marlins are back on the field. They started playing the other day. You know, the first team to get corona.
Tested and everything's clean and all that.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know the deal with TikTok, how it's being threatened to be shut down? Well, Instagram today releases something called Instagram Reels. It's spelled like a movie reel, R-E-E-L-S. And that's supposed to go right up against TikTok. So, new feature on Instagram. Michelle Obama has a podcast, and she talked about how she went into slight depression with all this quarantine.
It's tough. It's tough. Fridays are especially tough because you have plans to do everything you want to do everything you used to do in your normal life, and you can't.
Megan Fox posted a picture of her new boyfriend, Machine Gun Kelly, and called him an achingly beautiful boy. So Brian Austin Green, the ex, posted a picture of the 3 sons that they have. He has with Megan Fox, and said, "No, these are achingly beautiful boys."
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah.
Jason Momoa restored the 1965 Mustang of his wife Lisa Bonet, Cande.
Oh, he's a good husband too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those too. I think they're adorable.
Remember yesterday I was saying how when the Netflix logo hits the TV and you hear the sound da-dum, I get all excited, Cande.
Yes.
There was an actual article today about how the maker of Netflix almost went with a goat's bleat, like the sound of a goat, because he wanted like a tongue-in-cheek way of poking fun at the MGM lion. But instead, he said, you know what, it's a little too hokey. We're going to go with da-dum. So
I love the da-dum. Thank God they went that way.
The rest is history. Tom Hanks says he may play Geppetto in the live-action remake of Pinocchio.
Yeah, he says he may play. Why say anything at all till you do it? I don't understand these people.
I didn't go ahead and read the article. I don't know the exact, why he may or may not, but he's in the running for Geppetto. So, Robert Downey Jr. is producing a new detective series for Apple Plus, and he may have a role in it. The 80s and 90s wrestler Marty Jannetty was talking on Facebook how when he was 13, he killed a man in the early 70s who was assaulting him, and now police are investigating the matter. Candy.
See, open your mouth about a murder you did when you were 13, and look at the trouble you caused.
Yes, and finally, the very famous in heavy metal world, George Lynch, very famous guitar player, one of the best. George Lynch from Dokken. When he left the band Dokken, he started a new band called the Lynch Mob, and he says he is retiring the name as it is not appropriate at all, and he put out this whole statement, and so there you go. Television tonight, the Peacock Network, if you're so inclined, Candy, it's called Hitmen. It's about two lady assassins, and it's a sitcom.
Oh, look at that.
And CBS All Access has a new Star Trek Lower Deck, whatever that is. And there may be another Big Brother tonight. I don't know the schedule.
It's what's happening on the lower deck.
Yes, I suppose. Well played. And Big Brother, I watched the first hour yesterday. I gotta get into the second hour this morning.
Right.
And get into that. We'll check the roads. There's your Bald and the Beautiful. Everything from Nashville to Hollywood.
Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.